Hello student, welcome back to our channel NEET Mantra. I am Prince Sharma, your biology faculty and mentor. So with this video we start day 19 of our 50-day quick revision series. If you missed our previous video, link is in the description, and for more videos like this please do subscribe to our channel. Before I start, I request all the students to watch this video till the end because it will be your first revision, and when you read this topic with the help of PDF it will be easy for you to memorize these points. So let's start. What is evolution? Evolutionary biology is the study of history of life forms on earth, the evolution of life on earth, different changes in flora and fauna around earth that coexist along with human being also form parts of evolution. Next we look at origin of life. Big Bang theory attempt to explain the origin of universe. According to this theory, a huge explosion occurred that formed the different galaxies. In solar system of Milky Way galaxies, earth has been supposed to formed around 4.5 billion year ago. You must remember this time period. There was no atmosphere in early earth. Water vapor, methane, carbon dioxide and ammonia released from molten mass covered the surface. Ultraviolet radiation from sun split the water into hydrogen and oxygen. Life appeared 500 million year ago after the formation of earth. You must remember this time period too. There are different theories regarding the origin of life on earth. Some scientists believe that lives come from other planets. Early Greek thinkers thought that the unit of life is called spores transferred from other planets. According to other theory, life comes out of dead and decaying matter like straw and mud. This theory is called theory of spontaneous origin, which was discarded experimentally by Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur experimentally proved that life arises only from pre-existing life. O'Brien and Haldane proposed that the first form of life could have come from pre-existing non-living organic molecules like RNA and protein, etc. The formation of life preceded by chemical evolution. At that time, conditions on Earth were high temperature, volcanic eruption, reducing atmosphere containing methane and ammonia. Next we look at a very important experiment performed by S.L. Miller in 1953. Conducted an experiment to show the origin of life on earth in physical environment similar to condition prevail at that time. Miller created electric discharge in a flask containing CH4, H2 and ammonia and water vapor at 800 degrees Celsius. He observed formation of amino acid after 15 days in the flask. This is a very important point, you must remember this. The theory that first form of life arose slowly through evolutionary force from non-living molecule is called biogenesis. Evolution of life forms a theory. Conventional religious literature tell us about the theory of spatial creation. These ideas are strongly challenged during the 19th century based on observation made during a sea voyage in a sail ship called HMS Beagle round the world. Charles Darwin concluded that existing life forms share similarities to varying degree not only among themselves but also with life form existed million years ago. He gave a very important point, that is the fitness according to Darwin refer ultimately and only to reproductive fitness. Those who are better fit in an environment leave more progeny than other will survive more and hence are selected by nature. He called it natural selection and implied it a mechanism of evolution. Alfred Wallace, a naturalist who worked in Malay archipelago, had come to similar conclusions. What are the evidences for evolution? Evidence that evolution of life form have taken place on earth have many proofs as mentioned below. The first one is paleontological evidence. Different aged rocks sediment contain fossil of different life forms that probably died during the formation of particular sediment. Next one is homologous organ. Those organs that perform different function but have similar origin and structure are called homologous organ. Examples are similarities in the pattern of bone of forelimb in mammal, the thorn and tendril of bougainvillea and cucurbita. Other examples are vertebrate hearts or brain. In these animals, similar structure developed along different direction due to adaptation of different need. This is called divergent evolution, and this is a very important point, you must remember this. Next we see analogous structure. These are non-anatomically similar organ but perform similar function. This is due to similar habitat that resulted in similar adaptive feature in different group of organisms. This type of evolution is called convergent evolution. Evolution by natural selection. According to industrial melanization phenomenon in a mixed population, those that can better adapt, survive and increase in a population size, and you must remember this, no variant is completely wiped out. The process of evolution of different species in a geographical area starting from a point and radiating to other area of geography or habitat is called adaptive radiation, and it is a very important point. An example of this is Darwin finches and marsupial in Australia. Next we see biological evolution. The nature select for fittest, and fitness is based on characteristics which are inherited. Some organisms are better adapted to survive in otherwise hostile environment. Fitness is the end result of the ability and get selected by nature. This is an important line, you must remember this. Lamarck has said that evolution of life forms has occurred but driven by use and disuse of organ which was later discarded. He gave the example of giraffe to evolve their neck. Next we look at Darwin theory of natural selection was based on certain observation like limited natural resource, overpopulation, struggle for existence, survival of the fittest. So if there are limited resource and the population of any species or any group is more, then there will be a struggle of existence, and only who are fittest, reproductively fit, will survive. Another scientist, Hugo de Veres, who worked on evening primrose, brought forth the idea of mutation. We discussed mutation many times in previous two chapters. Mutation are random and directionless. This you must remember, mutation are random and directionless, while Darwin variation are small and directional. Recombination you can say. Hugo de Veres believed that mutation cause speciation. Speciation means formation of new species. And he also gave a word saltation that meant single step large mutation. Next we look at a very important principle, that is Hardy-Weinberg principle. This principle states that allele frequencies in a population are stable and is constant from generation to generation. The gene pool remain constant. This is called genetic equilibrium, and sum total of all these allelic frequencies is 1. Binomial expansion of p plus q square equals to p square plus 2pq plus q square equals to 1, where p and q are the frequency of different alleles. When frequency is measured, the actual value varies that indicate extent of evolutionary changes. This is a very important line, you must remember this. The factors that affect Hardy-Weinberg principle are gene migration or gene flow, genetic drift, mutation, genetic recombination, and natural selection. Sometimes change in allele frequency is so different in a sample of population that they become a different species. The original drifted population become founder, and this effect is known as founder effect. This whole slide is very important, you must remember this. During evolution, the first organisms were plants. By the time of 500 million years ago, invertebrates were formed and active. Jawless fish probably evolved around 350 million years ago. Seaweeds and few plants existed probably around 320 million years ago. In 1938, a fish caught in South Africa happened to be Koik lacanth, which was thought to be extinct. These animals, called lobefins, evolved into first amphibians. Some of the land reptiles went back into water to evolve into fish-like reptiles probably 200 million years ago. The biggest dinosaur was Tyrannosaurus rex, about 20 feet. About 65 million years ago, the dinosaurs suddenly disappeared from the earth. The first mammals were like shrew. These are the important points from the evolutionary history. You must remember all these points. Now we look at some most important points from human evolution. Ramapithecus was more like man and Dryopithecus was more ape-like. During evolution, first human-like being was Homo habilis. This is an important point, you must remember this. Agriculture was started after 10,000 years, before 10,000 years. Approx 2 million years ago, Australopithecus probably lived in East African grassland. Some important cranial capacities are given here. First one is Homo habilis. Cranial capacity is 650 to 800 cc. Probably did not eat meat. Homo erectus 900 cc. Probably ate meat. Neanderthals 1400 cc lived in near East and Central Asia between 0 is missing here 1 lakh to 40,000 years back. Prehistoric cave are developed around 18,000 years back. On day 20 we will discuss some NCERT based question on live chat. So if you like our videos, please do subscribe to our channel, share this video and support to NEET Mantra. Thank you very much.